All right, here we are. Right to my left is Connor Evans. He is our January Reinhardt's Mercer County Athlete of the Month. And first off, Connor, congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, it's a huge honor, and it's definitely something I was kind of pushing for besides our team wins and all that stuff. So it was good to finally get rewarded and just be proud of what I've done.
It's been a whirlwind start to your senior basketball season. You had the stoppages and the starts and the missed practices, and some teams have canceled. How challenging has that been?
It's pretty tough, not gonna lie. We just kind of have to stay focused, grind through our own practices. I know we were shut down by ourselves early in the year, not because of Governor Wolf. So it was tough during that because we all had to stay home and try and do stuff to stay in shape and get better. So that was really tough. And now with all the cancellations, we just have to get ourselves better during practice and do stuff outside of practice to get better, like lifting weights or going for a run and stuff like that.
How much do you think of what could have been from last year when it all came to an end on March 11th?
There's no doubt in my mind that we wouldn't have won a state title. I'm confident believing that. I've had plenty of people tell me that, and I know we weren't losing once we got there.
Talk about your game. Obviously, you have some good bloodlines, but you kind of went from being a very good role player last year to now being the leading scorer in Mercer County. How did that come to be?
Yeah, I mean, Donald graduated, as everyone in the world probably knows, but he scored a lot of points. So he left, and someone else needed to pick up the slack. So I kind of just took over as my role. It wasn't more that I couldn't do it last year. It was just more of playing into my role. So seeing that the opportunity was there this year, when I get the ball, I'm trying to score. And if I draw a double team, I'm going to kick it out for someone to hit a three or whatnot. So it's just kind of stepping up for the opportunity, and I'm all for it.
Now, what officially is your position? You seem like you play almost every position on the team.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have one. I play 1 through 5. Depending the lineup is, when we start the big boy line, I put hard on a wing, basically. But then, I mean, I'll bring the ball up sometimes. If I get a rebound, I'll go too. So I play it all.
Now, how many times have you heard stories about your dad and your uncle when they played? Is that something that happens almost on a daily basis?
Yeah, I mean, when Coach Biller comes to our practices too, he always compares my dad and I. And my dad and I, we always talk about stories from his days and stuff like that. And then obviously there's all the great stories about my uncle and how great he was. I know from last year, Donald, I think he scored or 2 years ago, he scored 35 or something. And I texted my uncle what the all-time scoring record was, and he told me he had 38 and 3/4 or something like that. So something like that.
One thing that I've noticed, that you seem to have a little bit of each of your dad and your uncle in your game, with the ability to shoot, ability to rebound. So it's a good combination. I assume you like that ability to be able to do pretty much anything that's needed.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely gives me some free range. I like to stay within myself, obviously, because that's when I'm at my best. But like you said, there's a mix of both. My uncle was more of a jump shooter, and my dad more bang down low and bodied people around. So I like to do both. Obviously, he tells me all of his old school tricks and everything like that, and gets mad at me if I miss a post move or something. But and then my uncle gets on me for missing free throws, which I'm trying to fix out now. But it's a good combination.
I assume you also, one thing that's in addition to everything else, you're missing the big crowds. So that's got to be a little bit depressing, being able to go out there. You have a few people, but not like it used to be.
Yeah, as you probably know, I'm a big energy guy. So I like when I get dunks or block shots and the crowd goes nuts. I feed off of that stuff. So I can only imagine what would happen with the full crowd there and what would be going on during the game. So it definitely sucks.
What's next for Connor? I know we got about 3 weeks or so left in the regular season. What's the goals here down the stretch for you and the Hornets?
Definitely just keep winning games. Definitely want to secure the region title first off. We finally get to play Franklin at home this weekend. That will in the first half of the region, just beat them and win out the rest of the region, secure the region title, and on to district playoffs with a lot of momentum, basically.
Lastly, you've committed to go to college in Philadelphia to play baseball. Obviously, baseball your first love. But any second thoughts about maybe trying to do some basketball at the next level as well?
I've had a lot of people recently come and talk to me about that because obviously of what's coming out. I know my dad has a lot of officiating friends that get on him all the time. Like, they call him G. They're like, G, why isn't he going to play hoops? So my parents and I kind of talked about it. I think we just kind of need to see how the rest of the season plays out. I think it's kind of unfair to judge with baseball right now because I gained a lot of weight and muscle since last baseball and basketball season, and I haven't played baseball yet with all the new added weight and stuff. So it'd be kind of unfair to judge to see how good I do there. But it's definitely not off the table to try and do both in college.
Well, Connor Evans, congratulations being named the Reinhardt's Mercer County January Athlete of the Month, and obviously best of luck here down the stretch.
Thank you. It's a huge honor, like I said earlier, and I appreciate your time today.